Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream that takes place in the world of Nuuli that came out of my brain, and 6 of my friends are brave enough to play in, because they be wacky. Hello, Taco said Mashu and I've got it. Thank you for the happy corgis and Pikachus. I think those are corgis. Or maybe they're foxes? I don't know. But they're cute, so that's cool.
What does it say? That's how we'll know.
Oh, yeah. It just says Love Smash, and that's adorable, but I don't know what creature it is. I'm going with Fox Coon. They look like Shibas. Yes. See, Taco Senmashu agrees. They look like Shibas. So Shibas they are. They are dogs. End of sentence.
Shiba Fox.
Shiba Fox. Shiba Fox you knew. All right. Hello, welcome. Unfortunately, this evening, Sarah, who plays Andra, will not be able to be joining us. Work has gotten in the way of things. But Jeff and Tanner, who play Selenar and Lunine respectively, will be here. They're just getting set up for the last few moments of things, so they needed a little more time. Indeed, Sarah will indeed be missed, especially since this is episode 26. And this is our last episode for a couple weeks because I will be in Japan the next 3 weeks. So we will return here for Nuuli Forged on March 18th. We'll be back that day, which is like, I guess that's technically like a month, but it's February, so it doesn't have all the days, so it's not really a month. I don't know, it's weird. There's crazy weirdness going on. But somebody's got to roll me a d28 here. You crazy kids.
Apparently we're dads now.
All right, 26.
Crazy old dads.
You can't bring stuff from before stream onto stream. They won't get the joke.
They don't get the joke.
They don't get the joke. Well, I've got it. Since we will be missing your birthday this year, we want to wish you a happy birthday, I've got it. Thank you for being the best mod around. So happy early birthday.
We'll all sing it, but we have to wait on Jeff and Tanner.
I don't know. I'm not going to force anyone to listen to that. But I will extend a happy early birthday to I've got it. So thank you much. Oh, interesting. This is going to be an interesting thing. Anyway, so the question this evening that I would like you to introduce yourself with and answer as we go along. What style of furniture does your character prefer? I'm sorry. What would they never purchase? So think of an item of furniture: sofa, ottoman, recliner, whatever. What would they never ever purchase? What would they let sit on the showroom floor? What would they never get off Facebook Marketplace? What piece of furniture would they never want? That's right. It's weird. These are weird questions.
I know how to answer this as me.
Oh, I do. I will never get one of those big wicker chairs, the like flop down in ones. That's just the big circle thing. I'll never get one of those.
Okay.
I forget what they're called, but you know what I mean, right? Like the things everybody had in like the 90s.
Papasan chair.
Papasans, yeah.
Thing that has the base.
Yeah.
And then like a cushion goes in it, but it's like a half sphere.
Yeah, I will never buy a Papasan. Papasan? I'll never get one.
It also sounds like a dog breed.
Verboten. That's what it is. Verboten.
Sound like a dog breed.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, exactly. Taco Senmashu knows what I'm talking about. They can give out on you. They can topple over. You can like fall to your death, be suffocated by the cushions, be attacked.
Yes. Well documented.
Yes. Papagino, that's the one. Yeah.
Suffocated by the cushions.
Yeah, you know, hey, weirder things have happened.
Between the cushion and the chair.
Hey, some people juggle geese, okay? It happens.
Some people juggle geese.
Some people juggle geese, and some people die in Papasans.
Chairs.
Hey, I have been trapped in a chair before.
Now.
I feel like there's a lot to unpack here, but maybe we're getting distracted.
Yes, we are. We are. All right. So we're going to start off in the middle of the rungs because we got the middle of the rungs available to us. We got Matt.
Corvus would never purchase a Pompadour. I hear they're dangerous. No, he wouldn't even know what that is. Honestly, he probably... I don't know. He wouldn't even know what furniture to get, let alone not get. But I'm going to say... love seat.
Oh, okay. No love
What's
seat.
the point of a love seat? It's just a tiny couch.
Yeah, he's a chair
It's
only
true.
kind of guy.
Or two people in love.
Yeah, definitely not.
Get
Corvus.
the fucking couch, because then you can actually like stretch out together and do more fun things on the couch. You can cuddle. You can lay out with a blanket. What did you think I meant?
Go on.
You can eat pot. You can like be angry at each other, but still share a bowl of popcorn by sitting on opposite ends of the couch.
That's exactly.
That's accurate.
You could share it with your Pompadour.
All right, you're fired. All right. Anyway, great. No love seats for Corvus. Wonderful. And what is Corvus, by the way?
And who and why?
She is anti-love seat.
We've
That's
been
what-
wondering this for 26 episodes. Corvus is a human rogue of the phantom variety.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Next up, we've got Amber.
Hey, that's me. I am Amber, and I am playing Ozo, the halfling wave mercy monk. And I'm not gonna lie, I've never really understood a dining room table, like a big one. Doesn't need
Yeah,
to be big.
Who uses those?
Just get a normal table.
All right.
12 people at a table? It's crazy.
That's crazy.
For that matter, what's the point of dining rooms?
Yeah, just eat wherever.
Yeah.
Eat on your couch.
On your love seat.
Oh, we're getting a
Tanner.
Tanner. That's wonderful. So Tanner, given your abilities this evening, will you have a video or no?
There's no light.
Okay. Hey, I didn't know what your answer was to your lack of electricity, so I just want to make sure that I'm not.
I'm on a laptop using my phone.
Oh, great. Cool. Well then, we will.
He's at the mercy of a battery.
Carry on.
Yeah,
I know. My
Well,
laptop would last about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I have lots of backups.
You're going to keep switching laptops.
No, batteries.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, there we
And
go.
I have a giant solar battery as well.
Oh, nice.
Wow, you are day
Ready
prepped,
for
my dude.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope it's not cold there. That would be my
It's very cold here.
big fear.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But
Cool,
I
cool.
had
No power.
one power outage for like 5 days back a few years ago in Brooklyn where there was just no power. It was so cold.
Yeah.
And so after that, I have a little backup battery.
That's good.
Fair enough. Well, wonderful. Glad you have made it. That's wonderful. Next up, we've got Mike.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mike, and I play Renata Soul Angel. That makes me the most dangerous bard and the smartest warlock ever. Now, picture this. I'm on the showroom floor, walking past pieces of furniture. I come across one. It's a chair, shaped as a 6-inch stiletto shoe in zebra print.
Okay, so that's the chair you buy.
No, that's a chair that
Yeah, it's
for
just
everyone
there.
else would walk away from. But not me. Not before I stare at it and make a solemn vow that I will come back to the showroom later that night and burn the whole place down.
For the
Not
gall
bad.
of having
Let's
such a crass chair. Wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you
Hate
so
those
much.
chairs.
That was the chair I didn't know existed, but fair enough. And next we'll go over to Tanner. Tanner, the question this evening is, what style of furniture or piece of furniture would your character never, ever, ever buy? Tanner?
There goes the battery.
Sorry, here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my headset. No, going off of what Mike said, those leg lamps.
Yeah.
Wait, from A Christmas Story?
Maybe?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're from
Like
Christmas Story.
70s?
The fishnet, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why?
Cool. And what is Lunine?
Oh, Lunine is a hexblood Fey Knight.
Wonderful. Cool. Great.
DM, thanks for watching.
Thank you. Sorry. OBS updated, and so there's a few like little weird things that pop up every so often that I kind of have to deal with because, of course, it's done that way when updates occur.
Next week, where we tell you what furniture we will buy.
Right. And my name is Jared. I'm your humble DM here, Dungeon Master, Dungeon Guide, Game Master, whatever you want to call it, here on Nuuli Forged. And I play everyone and everything else that is not the 6 player characters. And I already said that I will never buy Papa-san. So we're just going to say they are outlawed on Nuuli, at least in one country or one civilization. If you find one in Nuuli,
It's a mimic.
Hey, I'm not going to say yes or no to that. But
Oh no.
that all being said, let's dive into last time on Nuuli Forged, shall we? Last time on Nuuli Forged, the Dead Ringers spent the day in Shorebank. Lunine and Ozo made nice with a visiting merchant named Rudibert Grandspark. Selenar and Corvus bought some camping gear and collected rocks, while Renata enthralled the local bar. And Andra stuck close to Renata during this time. The local bar, the Clam, was dazzled by the performance and showmanship of one Renata Soul Angel, plying him with many drinks over the course of the day. During which time, Renata noticed a strange figure enter the bar, look around, never get a drink, stay for a while, and leave. He also noticed that this individual is most likely Elven, which is rare as far as most people know. Lunine was successful on gathering information on the whereabouts of the mysterious tiefling he is seeking, who appears to live either in or near a hidden cenote from the information he's gathered. This particular tiefling might know something about his homeland. His only clue, a leaf from an opaline tree that he found in a dead man's journal. Lunine was also able to confirm that Barl, the missing friend of Captain Turi Joyson, was last seen heading towards the Green Pyramid, which belongs to the wizard Trast. The following day, after a night's sleep kind of up away from the beach, the group began to trek into the jungle towards the cenote, and after only a few hours in the deep green, ran into a fairy dragon named Xerxby, whom luckily Lunine was able to communicate with and engage as a guide to the cenote. During their trek, the Dead Ringers were swamped by a flash flood before continuing on the rest of the day a little bit damper and a little bit muddier, before beginning to make camp in the dense, heavy jungle of this island upon which they find themselves. So we are going to set up right where we picked off, everybody getting in for the evening. I believe, Lunine, you were taking first watch.
I wrote Corvus.
Oh, is it Corvus? Oh, it is Corvus. Great.
I'm blind.
Wonderful.
At night.
Oh, and we have a Jeff, which is great. Woohoo!
This is why you're going first.
Yeah. Great. Wonderful.
I probably
So,
shouldn't. I've been rolling terrible perception checks. So that was last week.
indeed it was.
It's a whole new world.
Go for it,
It's
Corvus.
a whole new world.
That's in place. I never.
Yeah, that's okay.
Wonderful.
Oh, it's rolling normal now. Oh, funny.
Yeah. Updates, man. They get you every time. Wonderful. So, indeed, Corvus, you are on watch. There is the fire going that Selenar has built up for you all. Impressive considering the amount of wet wood around, but still able to find enough and magically alight it.
Well, there is prestidigitation, which can dry.
Yeah, but
Fair
it
enough.
dries like surface level. Getting the interior stuff is difficult. Not that it couldn't be done, it would just take a little while. Either way, there is a campfire going, which is good for you because you begin to hear a like buzzing. There's a lot of insects and stuff around, like mosquitoes, gnats, whatever. Until you hear some loud buzzing get bigger and bigger, and rushing towards the light out of the dark from the vision, through the leaves of these like big frondy trees and brushes, these massive like squirrel-sized bugs swarm towards you. Like they're the size of this, and they're like have like more wings than they should. They have like 4 wings and a long proboscis and like claws, and they are heading right for you. Go ahead, please, Corvus, and roll initiative if you would be so kind.
Actually, a nightmare.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
Although I was
pleasant.
slightly relieved when he said squirrel, because in my mind they were about to be like gnome sized.
Well, yeah, that too.
What am I doing? Initiative.
Initiative, yes. Click your token and roll initiative.
Grief. Do we think they were drawn by the light of the fire? Should I put it out?
They're here now.
No.
Then I wouldn't be able to see. Uh-oh.
All right.
What is going on with my initiative?
All right, well, let's bring you over to the map.
Oh
Here we
boy.
go. Do.
This is like actually a rogue's nightmare. There's literally no way to get sneak attack. And I haven't slept yet.
Indeed. So, these 4 little guys here, aren't they adorable? Look at them. They're so
Yep,
cute.
They sure are.
They are swarming towards you. And they're all going to attempt to sting you.
Jesus Christ. You just wake up in the morning to
The
swollen
first one,
grandpas.
the first one misses entirely. It actually like goes to sting you and like totally bypasses you, and ends up like sticking. Like it like tried to dive bomb you, and it sticks in the ground, and it's like got to like pull itself out. The next 2, I believe, miss with a 14 and a 15. But the 4th one is a 19 to hit. That is 7 piercing damage. And it like sticks itself onto you. So it has attached itself to you.
I'm sorry, what was the damage again?
7 piercing damage.
Jesus Christ.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah, it has attached itself to you.
Is it the one with the fist?
Yes. Yeah. It's latched on.
The grapple symbol, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna just kind of move it.
The
a
proboscis
little
symbol.
closer.
Just kidding.
Yeah, it's kind of up in your grill, stuck on you. Corvus, it is your turn. What are you gonna do?
Yell loudly.
Okay.
Ow! Hey, help!
All right. Yep. You yell. Anything else?
What what do you do in the bucket? Stop, drop, and roll. Play dead.
Yeah, and like this squirrel-sized bug has attached itself to your shoulder, and its proboscis is like inside of you. Which,
Oh, you just remembered a thing I didn't roll to give me some more damage, didn't you?
nope, you're good. But it's there. It's attached to you, and like it feels bad.
It sure does. I'm gonna. Oh gosh, I need to know what I can do here with my feet. Do I get does Speedy now let you get out of whatever without opportunity attacks?
It lets you. I think it lets you move half your speed without an opportunity attack. If you make an attack, I think is what the caveat is.
Aha. Yeah.
Yeah. When you take the dash action, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement, which is good because this is a jungle. You found a little clearing, but you know.
Oh, opportunity.
And opportunity attacks have disadvantage against you.
Copy that. Well, that might not matter much. Okay, I'm gonna try to attack the guy stuck to me. Hi.
I've been out of town.
The old
He missed
mobile
me.
feat?
Yeah, it's the updated mobile feat. Yes.
Slightly
Does it still get the like 10 feet of movement?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get an ability score increase, a speed increase, dash over difficult terrain, and disadvantage opportunity attacks. So it's pretty good if you want to be a mobile, Speedy Gonzalez type character, only without the inherent racism.
More on that later. Yeah, I'm gonna try to attack this thing that's on me.
Yeah,
I can do so without hurting myself.
go for it.
Short sword first.
Yeah.
Oh god.
A 9, unfortunately, will miss.
What is going on with my rolls? All right. I'm going to attempt to hit it with the dagger.
Yeah.
With the dagger.
Go for it.
I forgot where everything is.
Unfortunately, it's got its proboscis in you, but it's not like stationary. It's still like kind of flitting around and like it's like dodging your attacks and like you're trying to like stab it. And it just misses it. Now, oh right, you don't have the Nick property engaged, or do you?
I do.
Okay, great.
Where are we sleeping? Is it just like bedrolls?
Yeah,
There's no
so
tent
I
every
think
tents?
you've got 3 tents. I think that Lunine bought 2, and Selenar and Corvus bought 1. So I think there's 3 tents, and I just kind of randomly put you in them for the purpose of now. You can reorientate yourselves later.
All right, I'm not trying to milk this turn, I promise. So I'll cut to the chase. With the Nick property, I don't lose my bonus action when I attack with the offhand weapon.
Correct.
But I cannot. Can I make a bonus action attack with the offhand weapon again, effectively getting a third attack? It feels like the answer is probably no.
No, because the extra attack can only be made once per turn.
Copy. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I will use it.
Basically, what it does is it lets you do it, but it also leaves your bonus action to like disengage or dash, etc., which for you is really useful.
Yes, and I will use it now to disengage. Obviously, I'm taking one of these buggers with me.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
no pun intended. But I would like to make my way over here, I guess. I'm gonna like start banging on a tent. I don't know who's in what tents. I'm just gonna start like smacking the tents.
Great. You head on over there. You have a little friend with
While
you.
wrestling with this thing on me.
Yeah. Great. So you dash over. This thing kind of holds on for the ride, and you are making noise. At the top of initiative, everybody who is asleep, go ahead and make a perception check at disadvantage. Actually, he's shouting and making noise, so we'll cancel out the disadvantage. Just make a perception check. It's a DC 10.
This in no way will bite us in the butt, me being loud like this.
So Ozo and Lunine, you wake up. Go ahead, roll initiative for me.
A token to click, but just roll it.
You should have a token to click. Do you not see your token?
The whole screen is black.
Weird. Let me check that.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That's right. I assumed I just can't see anything because I'm not awake, but
Try like zooming out and zooming in, because you should have a token in the middle of the screen.
I'm zoomed all the way out. And
Is
now
the
I'm
fire
zoomed
not
all
casting
the way
light?
in.
Hmm.
I can refresh the page and see what happens.
Yeah.
See, now I'm
Hey, look,
highlighted,
there's Ozo.
Yeah.
but I can't see me.
Try refreshing the page.
Okay, goodbye for now.
I will take a look at this real quick here.
And
There's something-
hello
For
again,
reference, I
maybe.
can see my token in a tent, but nothing else, so I think that's probably what you also should see.
Correct.
Got it.
Maybe your
Reloading.
tent's just really small.
Cool.
Should have got the double.
My head is stuck inside of my bedroll.
So you buried it under a pillow.
Yeah, still nothing.
Why is Corvus yelling?
Really? That's weird.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Oh, there you
I'm
go. Now I
just
see something.
being drained of my life slowly.
Okay, great.
Oh, now I see nothing.
But you see your token or no?
No, I see nothing.
Okay, that's weird. I don't know what's going on with that.
Ozo found the Matrix.
Well, I'm gonna roll an initiative, and you can figure it out from there.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, roll initiative. It'll be great.
There you go. 18 is an initiative.
It's before the insects, I hope. No, it's not. Jesus, they rolled so well.
They did. They rolled a natural 20.
I remember those days.
Cool. All right. So you two have woken up. On your turns, you'll be able to act in this round of combat.
Okay.
I don't know what weird glitchy thing is going on because it says it shows that it should be in your journal and that you should have control of it.
I mean, I see it in my journal, but I don't see the doohickey.
You should have it. And you just don't see your token at all.
Nope.
That's so weird because you should always be able to at least see your token. Huh. Weird. All right.
I'm trying to load the character sheet right now, but it's not
Yeah.
loading either.
Well, our little friends here are going to continue their attack on Corvus because they don't know any better.
Don't blame them. They're just, bugs.
So, Corvus,
Maybe.
the one that is attached to you, deals you 6 necrotic damage at the start of your
Okay.
turn, or at the start of its turn. And that's
Okay,
and
two
that
more hits to go.
and that's all it can do because it can't attack you while it is draining your life.
Oh, great. I'm relieved.
A 13 to hit will miss you. An 8 to hit will miss. And a 16,
It meets it.
that is 4 points of piercing damage. And it
Won't be long
too,
now.
it too has grasped you. And it's on your other shoulder, so you've got like little shoulder pads of giant bugs.
Okay.
All right. Next up,
One out.
we have Lunine.
Little help here, please.
Yeah.
No rush.
Yeah, so you can stand up from
leave the
prone.
tent.
Yeah. You stand up and leave the tent, and hey, there's a bug right there.
No, don't worry about that one. There's some other ones I'd like to show you.
Alright. So can I I can just attack.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, you've got your full action.
Alright, so I'm going to... Can I go here without provoking opportunity?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can see that two of these big squirrel-sized bugs, like that big, have like embedded themselves in Corvus's. They've like attached themselves to him.
Alright, short sword 1 on one of the bugs on Corvus.
Yeah, do it.
24.
That will hit.
That's what I'm talking about. My hero.
10 piercing, and then I'm gonna hit it with the Siren Strike.
Well, I will tell you that you. I will tell you that you slice this bug clean in half, just fling, and the body goes flying, and then once the body is gone, the head just kind of like shrivels a little bit, and the proboscis pulls out, and it flops to the ground and rolls into the darkness.
Gross.
Yeah.
I do it again.
Yeah, go for it.
Nope. 14?
14 will hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
7.
Yes, once again, the bug is destroyed by your sword, and they just go like flying off. They're just like pieces of dead bug. They go phew, away.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Corvus faints.
And I'm just gonna stare down that other bug that was in front of me when I exited the tent.
Sure. Love that. Ozo, we're over to you.
Great. I still can't see anything.
Yeah, so you can stand up and move out of your tent.
Oh, I'm in a tent.
Yes.
Okay. I thought I was sleeping on the ground. Okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just.
Okay,
go
so
pop out.
for whatever reason, you couldn't see your token even when you were in the tent. That's weird.
I was in the tent and it didn't exist, but I randomly clicked and happened to grab this token.
Great.
But if I
Nice.
go back in the tent, the token is gone.
So
if
weird.
I click, but where is it? I lost it. Found it.
I'm dead.
No tents for Ozo.
All right,
No,
you're
that's Rosa.
weird. Hey, proficiency bonus! Thank you for the follow. That's very nice. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Oh, I thought one of us got it.
I did same.
Yay!
No, proficiency bonus gave us a
I'm gonna
follow.
Swat at this. That's
Yeah.
a good name.
Yeah, go for it.
13?
13 will hit.
Great. Has 4 damage.
All right, yeah, it takes 4 bludgeoning damage from your Fist of Fury.
Great. I'm gonna
yeah.
do it again.
Yeah, do it. It is bloodied.
Reach the bug. Have 4 more damage.
Yeah, you decimate the bug. And you like punch it once and then uppercut and it goes and flying off into the jungle.
There you go. Slap, slap.
Yeah.
And then I'll just move up to my friend and be like, "Oh, hi. You got a thing sticking out of your arm."
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
Wonderful. And then Corvus, it's your turn. There's one more buggy trying to get you.
All right, I'm gonna try to take care of business here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna punch it. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna hit with a short sword. That's what I'm talking about.
That will hit.
It's that.
Although
For some reason.
well, it's the same to hit. So
It's the
just
same. Yeah. Okay.
so
It's actually
roll.
damage too. So I'm just gonna click the thing
Yeah.
because it's there.
Yeah, that's fine.
I jab an arrow into its eyeball.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
wheel
that's
around
okay.
with your short sword, slicing through this last remaining buggy bug, and the halves fly off, and a moment to breathe. These crazy, crazy bugs that hurt quite a lot are no more. They are dead. You have defeated them. Well done, everybody.
Thank you.
That's
You
a
too.
strange creature. I've not seen one of these before.
I'm sorry
Tried
for the
really
noise.
hard. You're welcome.
I'm so sorry.
Thank-
I didn't realize that was maybe a fear of mine until they were inside of me, and I don't want to
Gross.
talk about it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they were attracted to the fire or not, but yeah, if you hear
We should still
buzzing, I'd
keep
run back
the
in the tent.
fire. We should keep the fire.
I think I might need to tap out. I would be, by definition, bloodied.
Sure.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
Oh.
Jared.
Oh yeah, yeah. Once you're at half hit points, you are now bloodied.
I am well below that. So I'd like to go lay down and bleed out in the tent, if you don't mind.
That's
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, here. Why don't I just do a quick and I slap a hand of healing on him.
Ow, right on the shoulder where I had the bug.
Have some heals.
Oh, wow. Alright, that feels much better.
There you go.
I am 31 divided by 2. I am
Just slap it. If it gets itchy, you just slap it.
just slap it. I am 1 hit point above bloodied now.
Great.
Great. Don't bleed out.
I guess 1.5.
Good night.
Good night.
Great. Fantastic. Yeah. If you want to swap out, you can.
Sure. I'll finish Corvus's watch.
All right.
I know
Cool.
mechanically that's a really bad idea, but that is also metagaming. Corvus would 100% lay down.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. No, like, I mean, there was a battle during the rest, so, like, it starts over again.
I get it.
Yeah.
He's out.
So you can return to your various tents.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll be out here being the person.
Very cool. Wonderful. Go ahead and make a perception check, Ozo.
Natural.
Yeah.
Very nice. So after that little fracas, it appears quiet and serene. The jungle is not aggressive. It is quiet. You don't know what these kind of buggy things were, but they were massive and gross. But everything's okay now. No problems during your watch.
Cool.
Who will you raise afterwards?
Looney. I think that was the same order we did last time.
Okay. Great. Lunine, you can go ahead and do a perception check.
Alright.
Ooh, now it's dark for me. Oh, it's the tent.
Yeah, you're in the tent.
But can you see your token?
Yeah, when I click
I'm
on it, yes, I can see like my health bar, which is how I know it was there.
Interesting.
just gonna do a second wind feature.
Okay.
So 14 plus 8, 22.
Great. Yeah, you are very in tune with like woodlands naturally, and as you are taking this watch, looking out in the forest with the fire going, you hear a rustling in the bushes. And you look over, and it looks like a small form is rustling in the bushes, kind of like circling your camp.
I'm gonna pull out my longbow
Mhm.
and I'll fire a warning arrow at it.
Okay. Go ahead. Make a check for that. Make an attack roll. Or actually, just make an intimidation check.
Oh.
I mean, that's fine to not hit something. You get, yeah. Yeah. You launch away. Oh, I thought I'd done this. Great. So you fire your arrow and thunk. And you hear a voice answer you, or you hear a voice whisper in a language that you know. You hear it in Sylvan. You hear... Actually, you don't hear a voice. You hear, like, a movement that sounds like something like pushing branches aside. And then after that, you hear a voice. Sire, don't fire, I promise. And stepping into the light from the darkness is a form that you recognize. What you see is an elf with like long white hair, covered in like he's wearing fine robes, but he's got like tattered kind of like overthrow or like long trench coat or cloak or something over it with a big hood. Pulls the hood back, long white hair and kind of long features, almost like his jaws elongated a little bit. And you recognize Edwarren. You know that he is a member of Captain Stillwish's like really tight chosen squad. Your Grace, I have been searching for you.
How did you find me?
Well, you see, sir, I came some weeks ago, found my way on sort of... The captain arranged for my visit. My magic's not strong enough to get me here myself. I'm under a bit of a time crunch. I could be recalled at any moment at this point. You see, I came here. I found myself surrounded by water. I was just drowning. I managed to sneak aboard a passing vessel that docked here, and I've been here for some time. There was a commotion at the bar this evening, or yesterday evening, and, well, while there I found your scent, but tried to track you down. You weren't there. I tracked you to the edge of the ocean, and was unsure where you had gone from that point. And, well, after that, I didn't pick up your scent again until this morning, where you ventured into the wood. And so I followed after you, and lost you again after that flood and that rainstorm. Water tends to get in the way of my time. I'm not the tracker that others are. But I found you eventually.
Yes, but, like, why are you... How did you find out here, of all places?
Well, I suppose it's just luck, really. The captain arranged for my visit here through a strange magic user in the forest with a bunch of mushrooms. It's very weird. I'm not sure what the price was, but they sent me to you using a personal effect of yours that the captain had acquired, you see. But I am here... Oh, I'm on a mission! I'm on a mission, Your Grace. Yes. Yes, Your Majesty. Your Lordship. Yes, of course. I'm on a mission. I'm here to warn you. Do not come home. Whatever you do.
So I'm just supposed to stay here?
For the time being, yes. You see, some things have happened while you've been gone, Your Grace. Your Lordship, sir. You see, the Duchess has let it be known that evidence has been found linking you to the death of your father. What everyone thought was a natural death, or at least, his taking of drink was not unknown, so everyone just kind of put two and two together. But apparently, evidence has been discovered that there was poisoning, and that same poisoning, Somber's Dew, was found in your quarters in some quantity after your disappearance. Of course, the captain does not believe this, and I don't believe it, but it's important that you know what's going on, your lordship, sir. The narrative she's woven is quite convincing and quite heartbreaking, you see. All sorts of plots and plans for you to seize control despite doubts as to your own legitimacy to the dukedom, and plots targeting not only your father, but perhaps your stepmother and your half-sister as well, you see. The captain confided in, well, the three of us, that he doesn't believe any of this, and also that a person of some interest is being held in a tower cell. I don't know if it is connected, or if he thinks it's connected, but quite an infamous assassin has been imprisoned in one of the tower cells for quite some time now. The Shifting Wind has been imprisoned there. I've never met with them, but apparently the captain has. And the captain has conveyed to us that he was given a message that the assassin would talk only to the commander of the Marquis' Guard. And it was from this assassin that the captain learned that your Marquiness, was in danger in the first place and should be removed from the Moonlit Grove. Apparently, this Shifting Wind claims that they were not imprisoned for anything that they had done, but rather for something they refused to do, and warned the captain that others might be sent, and that there is powerful unseelie involved somewhere along the lines. But the captain is trying to track down more information, but as a result, the entire Marquesian Guard has been under observation and questioning since your disappearance.
Are you the only one that you know of that's been coming through the portals? Or
Well,
coming here?
I'm the only one that's been able to be sent, yes. I was able to be... Because I was away on another mission, I'm above suspicion as far as your disappearance goes. So, as a result, I have been cleared of all charges. But if I have too long of a prolonged disappearance, substantially it might be imbued that I am doing what I'm doing now and communicating with you.
Right.
Well,
This is a lot to digest, but I found this on a Seda that crossed through, and I'll hand him the letter with the Crimson River sigil on it.
Yeah, which he reads, and he's like, "Oh, this is distressing, but it does tie into some of the happenings that have been going on, Your Grace. This note talking about asking for, well, troop movement is sort of not unheard of. You see, Baron Ortus has risen in favor considerably since your departure. And he has been claiming that he is using contacts through his Crimson River mercenary group to track you down and get information about where you might have been, questioning contacts all over the Fey realm and even into other planes as need be. His dedication to justice for the death of the Duke, whom, as you know, he trained under during his early years and learned much of command from, has been highly lauded by the populace and the nobility. he's also apparently caught the eye of your half-sister, the Lady Zilfina. And you know there's always been rumors that she's more of an heir than you are, and they've been spotted conversing on moonlit strolls through the fire gardens and shared quite a public outing together to the sword dance recently. And rumors have popped up that not only does the Duchess approve, but that she's been conspiring for quite some time to have the pair secretly wed, even before your treason was revealed. As Baron, Ortas would make an acceptable match for the Lady Zilfina, but also a strong successor to Duke Alaric. Some argue stronger than you.
Because I can't turn.
Yes, your lordship. Of course, any who are familiar with you and know you know that you are more than capable of being a valued leader to the Moonlit Grove, and quite capable in your father's eye. But I don't make the rules, and I have very little influence, your lordship.
As do I. Well, I appreciate it.
Yes.
This is a lot to take in.
I know, and I'm sorry. I wonder if there's anything else I could do to inform you. There's been so many developments. The Duchess is making moves, and the Baron Ortas also makes his moves, and your sister, well, not really making moves, has been working to gain much more favor with nobility lately, with other lords and ladies of the Moonlit Grove, and rumor has it she's also been trading missives with other nobility from other courts. Offers of friendship and common entertainment ventures and that sort of thing. Ways to build bonds between various courts and realms and duchdoms and dukedoms and duchies and such. So not quite political, but definitely very social in her engagements. And the Duchess is, well, she is formidable, your lordship.
That's saying the least.
Yes. The captain and the others have been unable to quite clear themselves, despite passing investigative checks on their personages and being able to rightfully convince others that they have no knowledge of your whereabouts under truth spell. It's been a trying time.
I can see that. How long has passed?
Some time.
No, I'm asking you. Sorry, you, Jared.
Oh, since you've been here, months have passed.
No. Since the watch started.
Since you took over, probably about an hour.
All right. Lunine's gonna stand up and walk over and wake Renata.
Okay.
Renata, can you entertain a guest of mine that's visiting our camp? I need to take a walk.
I kind of rub to sleep my eyes. I'm sorry. Someone's visiting us right now.
Yep. Yeah.
Right. Entertainment.
Just
I pull my trusty
camp.
guitar. I think I can do this. Yeah. We'll play some soft music. Whatever. Who is this person?
You'll talk, I'm sure. And then Lunine's just gonna walk off and just Um, yeah, just stroll and just kind of like take a minute to himself.
Adwarin
Patrol.
watches
He's
you
gonna
go.
He's just gonna patrol around the camp.
Okay.
Edward, just wait here. I'm just
Oh.
gonna take a short walk. I need to clear my head.
Yes, your lordship. Of course. I understand.
I imagine I caught that word, lordship.
He was speaking Sylvan. Do you speak Sylvan?
Oh, then never mind. I did not hear.
Well, how do we know?
I heard gibberish.
Yeah, you heard a language that Lunine was speaking to the fairy dragon, to Xerxby, spoken to this individual. And so, as Lunine takes a moment and kind of like goes and gathers his thoughts, you settle down on like a log or something near the campfire, and you see this individual, his hood's back in the lamplight and with your dark vision, definitively elven, like long ears, sharp features, long white hair, wearing a ratty like cloak or like trench coat or covering over what are very nice robes.
Is this the individual?
You think it might be. You think it might be. The features are kind of long and elongated and pulled, like a very like long nose and kind of like angular, sharp, jut forward jaw. Teeth are kind of a little more up the underbite kind of deal. Very not as elegant as you would imagine a typical elf to be. Not as refined as Selenar looks most of the time. And he has a habit to like kind of like do something. He's doing something with his fingers, like he's tapping the ends together, and he's kind of like hunched forward a little bit, and almost like he's nervous and like almost ready to like skitter away at the first sign of trouble. But he looks over to you and kind of like sizes you up and says something in Elvish. Do you speak Elvish?
Let me double check. Yes, I do.
Great. He looks over to you and he says, "Greetings. Are you one of the Lord's vassals in this realm?"
Vassals? I don't even know the meaning of that word.
Followers? Subordinates?
What? No. Technically, I think he follows me. That's how I remember it.
It's
a long story.
Are you nobility?
Some say I'm the king of rock and roll.
Is that a realm here?
That.
This was a mistake.
This was perfect. You shut up. Go to sleep.
You knew this was going to happen. I go. It is a state here that I would like to achieve.
So you're not a king?
Not yet. But I'm trying to claim my crown.
Through battle or through murder, inheritance? How are you going to claim this crown?
Let me show you. And I strum a guitar a little bit.
Make a performance check.
Oh, just for that one note?
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
Renata is showing off. You gotta make a performance check.
Got it. Okay, fair enough. Performance. Okay. Hold on.
You just woke up. It's fine.
Yeah, I just.
I see. Well, I'm sure it's very good for whatever passes for music around here. You should have been in the bar the other night. There was an excellent performer there.
Wait, was that you?
What?
Because that was me. I was that man. You're just catching me at a very, very weird time in my life right now.
Well, I guess you did just wake up. You haven't warmed up, so I guess I'll.
Yeah.
Having seen what you can, having heard what you can do, I guess.
While I do some finger exercises, to warm up, tell me about yourself. Who are you?
My name is Edwarin. I am a member of the Marquis' Guard, of course. One of the lieutenants, actually.
And what brings you all the way out here?
I had to give a message to the Marquis.
He seems a little distraught. I'm guessing this was not good news.
Indeed not. I'm sure the news has waylaid his hopes and plans. But the good Marquis, the Lord, he's good on his feet. He will recoup and recover at a moment. He has proven himself time and again to be capable of handling anything.
Certainly that he has. As I've also seen him in action here on our little journey to help me claim the crown of King of Rock and Roll. I don't say, if you don't mind me asking.
Yes.
Is this something I should know? Perhaps I can help.
Do you have familiarity with the politics of the Summer Court?
No, but it can't be that complicated.
Yes, it can.
Try me.
Well, the realm where we come from.
Where is he in the hierarchy?
Well, you see, that's an interesting question. As Marquis, Lord Lunine is, of course, the heir and firstborn of the Duke Alaric. But the Duke has passed away some time ago. However, due to political complications, Lunine was unable to immediately ascend to the title of Duke. Instead, his stepmother, the Duchess, is acting as regent, as the Duchess of the Moonlit Grove, as it is now. And as such, Lunine is at a nebulous point at the moment. But the good Duke Alaric Dusklight was always well thought of and well approved. There is just some minor legal shenanigans to clear up before Lunine, the good Lord Lunine, is able to take his rightful place at the head of the Dusklight Grove. It's really the Moonlit Grove, but the Dusklight family is the family who runs it, so it's either way.
Okay. I think I got that. Basically, he's supposed to be in charge.
Well,
but he's not in charge.
That is the current state. He is not in charge, yes. There are some...
I can follow.
There are some who say whether or not he should be or shouldn't be. Those are political and personal viewpoints that anyone might have. I, of course, am of the staunch opinion that Lord Lunine is quite capable of ascending to dukedom.
I'm glad you think so, because I think you can do the same. And on that, we are of the same mind.
Yes.
Again, so you came bearing bad news, but is there anything that we can do here to help him on his...
Well, he must be kept safe at all costs.
Yeah. Corvus and Uzo can take care of that.
I don't know these people.
They're like emotional bodyguards.
So, what? So they are jesters. They amuse the Lord.
Listen here, motherfucker.
When you say it like that, yeah, they're a little bit funny.
I mean, I understand a bodyguard, but an emotional bodyguard is an interesting prospect.
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't cry on the outside; they cry on the inside. But if you spend enough time with them, you see the tears, the inner tears. Typically, though, if you were to meet them,
And these inward crying clowns are beneficial to the Lord's protection?
Believe it or not, they are very efficient fighters.
As long as they are efficient and loyal to the Lord, I am somewhat appeased.
I mean, and if they fail, we have our second group of bodyguards, Selenar, and oh my god, I forgot Sarah's character's name.
Andra.
Andra, thank you.
2 more names I do not know. What are their capabilities? Are they more emotional bodyguards who cry like clowns on the inside?
No, Andra's
Great.
Andra's insane. Like she's a little.
Insanity is not a beneficial thing. You understand this, right?
No, it is on a battlefield.
Not where I come from.
Things work a little bit differently here.
Yes, I've learned that.
And Selenar is almost like your kin, I believe. Perhaps a distant cousin.
Highly
Also an
unlikely.
elf. I mean,
Not all elves are related.
Nothing to
You
see.
should... As one who apparently has elvish blood, you should know we're not all related.
I mean,
And certainly...
Has elvish
brothers.
blood?
And certainly there is no... It is unlikely that there is blood ties between our 2 houses.
Well, if you ever have a chance to talk to Selenar, I assure you, by the end, you would consider him a brother from another mother.
I have some of those already. But Selenar is a noble name amongst the elves, so I'm sure he is quite... And he is a warrior, a fighter, a mage of some kind?
Oh yes, he is a most amazing fighter who has helped us many a times in a clutch and heat of battle.
Very well.
So one day I write a song about him.
Very well. And so you are acting as the good Lord's troubadour.
Yes, no.
You seem confused as to your purpose.
Oh no, I know my purpose. I just never thought about my purpose combined with their purposes. Right now, we all just walk the same road.
Protecting the Lord, Marquis.
Helping the Lord Marquis on his path as he helps me on my path by trying to teach me Sylvan. That's the language you speak?
I speak Sylvan, yes, as does the Marquis.
Yeah. I think one time he approached me about it, and I was a little bit too busy. But the offer was
Yes, I'm
there.
sure.
Right. So, what's your plan now? Are you going to join us, serve your lord and master?
I have delivered my message, and I fear my time on this plane grows short. I could be recalled at any moment.
All right. So, fill me in. What's the next step? All right. Let's all get in together on this.
What do you mean?
I mean, as you can see, the good Marquis has awoken me to talk to you so that you and I can, share some thoughts about how best to serve.
I believe he said you were to entertain me.
Yes, with my wild and crazy ideas. But to do that, I need to know your...
You came with a guitar and then performed sub-optimally.
That's not what you said about last night.
No, last night, if it was you...
Sorry.
If it was you, if it was indeed you performing last night, that was quite exceptional. I've given you some grace because you were awoken from your slumber.
Yeah, but now I'm ready. Let me just play you a little song I wrote.
Very well.
Yeah, do another performance check.
Yep. With purpose.
There we go. That's better.
Wonderful. An 18. You let out a very nice little melodic thing, perhaps something you've learned in your travels, something more might be more familiar to him. Lunine, we're going to check back in with you. You are wandering kind of around, doing a little perimeter check here, kind of slowly meandering, taking in thoughts, thinking about things. And you hear Adwarin and Renata conversing. You don't make out the details. You're kind of in your own thoughts. But eventually you do hear the strumming of music.
Lunine's just gonna take a long, deep breath, walk back to the camp.
Okay. As you finish up this impressive performance, Adwarin kind of like, oh, well done. Much more impressive that time around. Very good. I am now sufficiently entertained. Yes, very nice. And Lunine enters the closer area of the campfire.
Well,
Your Lordship.
So,
Yes, Your Lordship. Is there anything I can do?
I mean, I guess no.
I understand. I understand my tidings are dire, Your Grace. My lord, I wish I had better news. I have some other tidbits that perhaps you may find interesting. Something that I find interesting that I haven't figured out the reasons yet.
All right.
This assassin that the captain has told us about. Apparently, after giving the information about your danger and removing you from the grove, the captain offered the shifting winds their freedom. But they declined, saying that it was best to be where they were, even if it meant they died. I'm not sure what that means, but it seems interesting and important, because what assassin would not want to be freed from captivity? I think perhaps the assassin knows something. Something about all of this. But I don't know what.
I assume Case is going to look into this, as I can't.
The captain is trying, yes, your lordship, of course. But has to be discreet about it, for no one is really truly granted access. The Duchess has proclaimed that no one shall talk to the assassin, and that only a select few are even aware of it. That they are there. It is disturbing, your lordship. And as he begins to say this, Lunine, you see that he sniffs the air a little bit and goes, "Do you smell that, my lord?"
Do I?
Your passive perception is a 16?
15.
15. Once he points it out, you do. You begin to smell a deep, earthy, fungal scent with a hint of, for lack of a better term, sparkle and whimsy. Oh, dear.
I am not familiar with that scent.
Yes, that is the scent of the toadstool wizard person, the mage of mushrooms. I fear my time is growing short, your lordship. I am fortunate that I was able to find you when I did.
Well, I guess tell them I'm... well, don't tell them where I am. I won't be telling you where I'm going.
Of course not. And quite frankly, I don't know where exactly we are. But is there a message you wish to give the captain, your marquisiness?
I'm still here. Stay safe.
Very well, your grace. I will convey it immediately. I'm sorry that I couldn't be... And before he can finish his sentence, a large mushroom takes his place, and he vanishes as this massive, 6 foot tall, 3 foot wide mushroom kind of stands there for a minute and wobbles, and then poof, disappears in a burst of mushroom spores. And Renata, you see this elf disappear or transfigure into a mushroom and then disappear in a burst of mushroom dust.
Interesting. Is that what it looked like when I teleported here? Gross. Anyway.
I'm not sure you're asking me. Am I still here in this? The whole time, just
You saw that
Well,
happen. It was in the campfire.
You're right there, and Lunina is talking, but it's to himself, but also
Right.
open. It's just
Well. It seems like we have something in common. We are two would-be kings on a road back to what we deserve.
Well, I'm not a king. And
But there is a status of elevation in your future.
clearly not. I can't go back.
But isn't that why he's here? To give you information, keep you in the loop, to help you find ways to get back?
He was here telling me not to come back.
Oh, he did not tell me that at all. Oh, no. No. Well, you want to go back, though, right?
I wanted to go back. I want to go back. Should I go back is the real question. I can't stand up. I can't stand up to the kingdom alone.
Well, I feel if you really want it, you should fight for it. And I'll help you out.
I appreciate it, but it's gonna take more than just a bod. I don't know. You seem to do some weird things too, but It's gonna take more than just 2 people. I have to think about this.
And I'm sorry, Tanner. How much did you tell us before about why you're here and your backstory? I kind of forgot how much you shared.
Pretty much nothing.
No, okay, that's what I thought. I didn't want to. All right. I remember you mentioning like the royalty aspect, but I don't recall anything further than that. So Renata would then ask, did something happen that drove you here? Something bad?
Apparently, they think I killed my father. Which I didn't. Just to be clear.
I was not thinking that at all. That's heavy stuff. Actually, it wasn't expecting you to say that at all.
And now
I thought maybe you just did
grab.
something embarrassing, but no, that's much worse.
No.
Wait, hold on. Is this a secret? Is this our secret? Or are you going to tell the others?
They will be told what is necessary. I have to think about the rest and see.
Okay, cool. You have a secret.
That is a
I'll
big
keep my lips
ask
sealed.
of anybody.
I can't believe we got this thing going on. We're like, this is like a journey of 2 buddies. Oh my god, this is like an epic song in the making. Can't wait to write this down and then just like start playing with different musical pieces and experience the different sounds. This is gonna be awesome. But more importantly, I am.
So
Absolutely
Lunin is
going to
making the face that like you guys make when someone walks up to you and says, "Hi, how are you?" It's like, who the fuck are you?
Isn't that Robert Downey Jr. meme? Where he just like rolls his eyes like, ugh.
No, the face.
No. Now this will be great, Lenny. I'm. Oh my god, this is. Ooh, I can't sleep now. All right, I am up. I am up for the rest of the night. I'm gonna.
I regret.
No. This is good. And again, it's a secret between us. I keep my lips sealed. I won't tell the other guys unless you want me to tell the other guys. But hey, man, I'm here for you, Your Majesty. I do like a little curtsy.
I slap him on the head.
Okay, probably went a little bit too far with that, but
well,
this is great.
You can finish my watch then, and Lunin's gonna go to bed. For like the last 15 minutes probably of the watch.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Is anyone getting a watch tonight?
Full watch, only Selenar.
Yeah. So Selenar, you come out of your trance about now, like normally.
Everybody's clocking out early.
And so you get up to take over the watch, and you see Lunin and Renata having the end of this conversation.
Morning, you two.
Salonar, salutations. If you want,
Do I notice
I'll
any
take-
bloody bugs on the ground
Make a perception check.
What are you talking about?
from Corvus's combat?
When I almost died?
Yeah, but
Oh, how
I
you've
didn't
quickly
make the
forgotten.
I didn't make the roll, so I technically slept
Oh
through
yeah,
it all.
you were asleep too. You're right. Sorry, I apologize.
No, it's a little dark, and so you don't notice any like real disturbances in the area at all.
Okay. If the fire's
yeah,
low, I just go to start building it up a little bit.
Hmm?
Whatever, normal stuff.
Yeah, Lunine lets it die down to like so dark vision is fine, but it's not bright. So for like Ozo, it wouldn't be bright light, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And I was expecting just Lunine to be up at this time, right? Relieving him. So, Renata, you're up early. Couldn't sleep well.
I slept like a baby. And then I was hit with the most magnificent spark of creative energy. And I just had to get up and start writing stuff down and
Well, let's
start-
hear it.
I mean, it is really the acorn of this concept. Like, I'm not even at a little sprout of an idea, but like, it's a work in progress.
Well, if you need an ear, I'm here for you.
Thank you, appreciate it. Your name, by the way, Selenar.
Yeah.
What does
Correct.
that mean? Is it Regal by any chance?
Elf dude is not here anymore, right?
Nope,
Asking out of character.
He's long gone.
Great.
Mushroomed out of here.
Does it still smell like sparkles?
No, that's past. It was only in the moment of that like recalling transportation, that resummon, that it smelled that way.
No, as far as I know, it's just a name that was chosen for me. I haven't come across it at anything I've read. It's fairly common Elvish name though.
Just curious.
Yeah, like 200 years ago, every other boy was named Selenar, and
Yeah, it's the John
It's.
of
I was gonna say it's the Mike of
The Matt.
yeah. It's an Elvish biblical name. Selenar.
Saint Selenar, the snake charmer.
Could be. Hadn't really thought about it that deeply. Pretty sure I went to like elvishnamengenerator.com.
Well,
He's saying all this in character, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Selenar, since you're here, do your watch. But if you don't mind, I'll sit next to you. Like I said, a little bit hyped up now
Welcome to.
internally.
I certainly don't need to meditate anymore. Usually I use this time to just journal or think about the day ahead, but you're here. If you can't sleep, happy to have the company.
And Renata blows it first opportunity to tell the secret.
I'm just waiting.
Let me spill the tea.
As he's
You're not gonna-
writing the
you're not gonna
song,
believe
he's
what
like,
happened.
"There
As soon
once
as
was a man
Ludine-
from."
Yeah, as soon as like
There once
Ludine
was a
like
man.
steps away. There once was a man from the wild, Faye.
There you go, there you go, there you go.
Yeah.
wonderful. Great. So you're here. You're doing your thing. How late do you stay up, Renata?
Technically, I didn't have my my watch at all, so I guess I'll stay up as late as Selenar.
Well,
And
so
then we can have-
Selenar normally takes the last two because after 4 hours he's good.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah. I only
Andre
need
doesn't
4
need to-
hours of sleep, so I
Gotcha,
do
gotcha,
double
gotcha.
watch.
Yeah, you were essentially woken up after you'd been asleep for like 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours. Okay. So let's say like I'll stay up. Let's say an hour and a half. I'll stay up and then get drowsy again and fall asleep.
Okay, great. So you're doing that. Go ahead, make a perception check, Selenar.
Maybe I can roll better than a 5. There you go.
The night is quiet. As you're kind of like looking around, and you get this feeling that like something extra has happened recently, like in this immediate vicinity, like something natural, but something differently natural. There's a weird nature aspect to the local vicinity that you can't quite put your finger on. But otherwise, it's not lasting. It's like it happened and it's like fading away. But otherwise, nothing of craziness happens during your first section of watch. Renata returns to his tent, gets some rest, finishes that up. Go ahead and make another perception check, Selenar.
Even better.
Yeah. Now that Renata's gone to bed and you can kind of more focus on things, it's quiet. It's a natural quiet in a forest. It's very different. It's like warm, but like a cool breeze, and there are strange noises from like animals you've never heard before off in the distance occasionally, but only rarely, because it's getting close to sunup. But it's quiet and uneventful as soon the sun begins to peek through the canopy, and everybody can awaken and apply a long rest. And as you all awaken and go about the beginning of your day, we're going to take a 5-minute break. So you can have at the day in just a moment. So we're going to take a quick little bio break, a little short rest. Thank you so much, Taco-san Mashu and I've Got It. I've Got It, thank you for the banning of that bot. And thank you, of course, to Proficiency Bonus, who gave us a follow in our first half. So thank you so much. We will be right back after this short break. We will see you then. Bye. Be right back. And we're back. Hello, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us as we took a little short rest. Thank you all so much for being here and for hanging out with us. You have all achieved a long rest. You can apply that if you have not. And what are you going to do with your day now that you have made your way here to the craziness that is Shorebank, the jungles? So, yeah, are you going to continue on to the Cenote?
Yeah,
I think we should start a settlement.
Great. Love that.
Do I ever notice all the dead bugs? We
Yeah,
could
what
just
are
ignore
those?
completely.
I would love to investigate because I've never seen one before either.
The reason I ask is I want to cook one.
Oh, please.
Uh,
That is not the reason I asked.
yeah, it can be pointed out to you that these things are there, and with those perception checks and the light and everything, you could have found them, and people can tell you about them.
Or they like.
So they're like
Size.
squirrel size, so plus wings. Like the bodies are squirrel size, and then they got these creepy wings. Make a nature check on them.
Make an insanity check.
$19?
Very good. These are not natural creatures. In the meaning that they would not occur in nature normally, like they didn't evolve this way. These are creatures that were built, like not like these individual ones, but like the progenitors of this were something different. Like this is not a beast, in other words. This is, as far as you can tell, a monstrosity.
For the sake of it.
Not appetizing.
Yeah.
For
And
the sake of it. Oh.
And as you realize this, you think back and you've heard and you recall a piece of lore that you've been told about them, and a word comes to your mind. This might be a sturge.
Interesting.
For the sake of a RP and advancing the plot, I would say that Corvus would have pointed them out, as he was acutely aware of where they all laid.
Do I notice them before? Does this all happen before everyone else is awake, or am I still alone when I notice them?
Roll a d20. If you roll at 11 or higher, you notice before.
Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Ooh, a 1.
Nope,
Love
not until Corvus wakes up and points it out to you.
Great.
Ever seen anything like that?
No. Doesn't
I
look
sure as hell
natural at
haven't.
all.
No, it looks even worse in the sunlight. It looked pretty bad last night, let me tell you. Do you want to know what they do?
Happened on your watch?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I heard this buzzing from the trees, and they came swarming right at me. I had 2 of those things stuck in my shoulder.
Why didn't you wake us up?
I tried. 2 of y'all woke up. Ozo and Lunine came and hacked them up.
Well, apologies. It must have been dreaming about home or something.
I'll be honest, I made enough noise to probably wake something else up, but it's okay. We made it through the night. I'm glad you got some sleep.
Well, these certainly don't belong here, as I pick up the bodies and throw them into the fire.
Good riddance, then. Well, you say they don't belong here. Do you suppose... what does that mean? We're gonna encounter more of these, or was this like a freak accident?
Who knows? You know as much as I do about this area, but something about him just doesn't look natural. Like the way the wing attaches to the body is nothing like any bird or insect I've seen. It just It's like they've been mutated in some way.
That's even more
Don't know.
disturbing. I feel like I should be. I don't know. I'm a little concerned now. Those things were inside me.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey.
I took two.
Had
Just
to,
saying.
had to.
It was a sort of weird trophy, but also as like a, I don't know, maybe in the back of Corvus's mind, you get bit by a spider, you bring the spider. I'd like to take one of these entire things and stuff it in a pouch. No, I'm just kidding. I'd like to snip off the proboscis of one of these bad boys.
Okay. Make a survival check to see how well you can harvest it.
Hang on. Go back to that tab.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah, with an 18, you have no problem harvesting the proboscis of one of these sturges.
Okay, great. I'll try to remember that.
Yep.
Well, where's the marquee?
Lunine, as you kind of like wake up in the morning, a little bit afterwards, camp is being broken up. Appearing before you is Xerxby. Good morning.
Good morning.
You ready to go?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Still the Cenote? Yes,
What do you
yes.
say?
Still to the Cenote?
Yes.
Very well. Let's go. Follow me. And he begins fluttering ahead.
Well, follow.
Yeah. So you call out to your group. Everybody kind of like finishes up packing the last of the stuff, and you all quickly follow your little friend Xerxby here. Wonderful. Great. So you begin heading out. The morning is pretty uneventful. Following Xerxby's helpful. He seems to like have realized that like you can't fly like straight like he does, so he begins like kind of skirting around obstacles. And you're kind of following that path with him. So it goes pretty well. Somebody roll me a d20 if you'd be so kind.
I'm doing it.
Go for
I
it.
was trying so hard.
I was just like waiting and waiting and waiting.
I should have called it, but I was like clicking and click fires the dice.
Like, okay, let's get to the window. Where's the button? There
And
it
it
is.
didn't even do it. Oh well.
Cool. As you begin to go on in the afternoon, it begins to rain again, but not the same as it did yesterday. Not like heavy torrential downpours that come up really quick, like a gentle plink, 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 plink kind of rain, like a refreshing kind of Caribbean rain kind of vibe. And like your travel is not hampered by it. It's just raining now. Which is nice, you know. Heading on towards dusk, Lunine, Xerxby begins to like kind of flit in and out of sight, like turning invisible, then like appearing in one spot and then turning invisible again and like flitting around. It kind of flies back to you. I know it's here somewhere. Help me look around. There's like a door or something. I've only flown in from the top, and you can't get in from the top, so you have to go in through the door.
Can you explain what this door looks like?
No, I've never used it.
Great.
Unless you want to fall about 100 feet into who knows what. Maybe a rock, maybe water. You should probably find the door. Unless you can fly. Can you fly?
You know, I haven't learned how to do that yet.
Oh. You should. I'd recommend it. It's way easier. Getting around.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Well, it's around here somewhere. Just look. Have your friends look too. I know it's raining, but, do the best you can. And he kind of like flitters in amongst trees and bushes.
Guys, he says to look for a door. He says there's a door around here somewhere.
Okay.
Does this look like a regular door?
He says
I'll
he doesn't
look
know
for
because he's
door.
never used the door. He normally flies in from the top. But that's like a 300-foot drop or something.
What? Oh,
Gotcha. I don't want to go that way.
okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
it didn't sound
Very
pressing.
helpful
Anyway.
guide. Good thing he's working for free.
Yeah, free.
Everybody can go ahead and make an investigation check as you search for the door.
Oh no!
I like how every time you roll, your immediate reaction is, oh no.
It doesn't matter what he rolls.
Oh no.
I found the door with a nat 20.
Well, Looney
Renata's
had a
having a
real
good
oh
one.
no.
Need
Me,
6 feet
hell
down
in.
the door.
Okay, now something interesting has happened here, right?
This is
Renata
someone
has
did
has rolled a natural 20, which must be rewarded. But Lunine has rolled a natural 1, which is just too good to pass up.
nothing. Does it cancel out? They hit each other.
So here's how it goes down. You're all investigating around. Lunine, you can't find shit. Like, there is nothing around. There's no door. It's crazy. Renata, you see Lunine have this frustrated moment and, like, lean against a rock. And you look at this, like, rock face that he's leaning against. And something about it strikes you as weird. And so you go up next to him. And you see that one of, like, a part of the rock looks like it's, like you could pull it. And so you reach and you, like, shift that bit of rock, like, like a loose bit of shale in the side of a cliff. And so you grab it and you, like, jiggle it. And phew, a door just, like, whips open. It was just like a very simple latch, not like a very big mechanical thing. It was, like, just like a latch keeping it closed. And the weight of Lunine on the door, whew, he goes flying. Lunine, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, this is great. You mean
Oh my god. 9.
You stumble down a flight of stairs for about 10 feet or so before you catch yourself. And you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And 3 points of emotional damage as you tumble down this open doorway, down these stairs that are roughly carved and are not very well done, that Renata has revealed to the group. And you let out this little yelp like, ah! And fall down, bruising your
question is,
ego.
who actually found it?
Hey, Renata found the button.
Renata found the button.
Lunine could take credit for this, however.
Yeah. So once, as you kind of like shake your head, you see Xerxby flutters in and looks at you and says, well, here you are. Have fun. It was nice knowing you. Maybe I'll see you again. Let me know if you need a guide. Bye.
Where
And
are you going?
What?
he turns his head around. He's like, I agreed to guide you here. That's what you paid me for. Bye. And
You paid him? Oh wait, I didn't hear that.
You don't know what was said. But you all see the little fairy dragon like flutter, look around at you all, kind of like nod, and then vanish, disappear, and who knows what.
If you could see Lunine, he has like that red anger thing on his head, or like on his forehead, from like cartoons.
The little like crunched red, like
Yeah, as he's like sitting on the floor.
steam coming out of his ears.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and like the little anime like red dot, red like rounded square thing, like right over his horns or his antlers.
Mm-hmm.
So you all see this like carved stairway that's like a rough hewn kind of thing. You see Lunine on his ass. What do you do?
Point and laugh. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
You okay down there?
Yes, we found it.
Yes.
Your fairy left.
He sure did.
Should we join you, or do you need a minute?
Well, I'll take a minute as you're coming down.
It's faster the way he did it, I'll say to Ozo.
Ozo will do something monkey.
Are you
Ozo
gonna
will
somersault
just fall
down the stairs?
stairs.
No, I'll do something monkey.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Tell me.
Corvus will step back and watch.
Just like, hop 3 steps and I don't know, be hoppity.
All right.
Show offs, both of you.
Ozo hops down the stairs. You all gather, and you begin descending down. It's not a very long staircase. Quickly it turns around and begins to go around, like in a curving sort of motion. And then, like, the far wall kind of fades away and goes from, like, earth to rock to nothing. And what you see as you make this corner is a wide open cavern that is like almost cylindrical, and these stairs have been carved in along the side. It's maybe another like 30 feet down, but like you look up and it's much higher up than when you would have thought it was. Like the hills around here must have been like the outside of this thing, because it's at least 120 feet up in the air. And there's a big opening at the top that you can see sunlight streaking through, hitting water down below. This water is it's blue, but it's like tinged, like it's got minerals in it. You can tell like it's not like perfectly clear. It's got sediment and that kind of stuff in it. And it's you see the rain that's pouring in is like bouncing off the top of it. And off to one side, kind of a bit of ways from where the end of the staircase is, you see a structure has been built. And there's like a little like chimney kind of built out of it that like smoke is slowly going out of. Yeah. And it seems like it's built on like the side of this thing, but also like on a platform that seems to extend over the water a little bit. And it's not very large, but it's like got like logs on the bottom that are like extended out. So part of it's above the water as well.
Is this it? Did we
I
make
guess
it?
that's where we're going.
Seems to be.
Does Lunine have
behind
any
you.
bruises or scrapes that Ozo needs to, use medkit, put a little band-aid on?
Got some boo-boos?
That's up to
Too many
Lunine.
boo-boos.
Does
More
Marquis
emotional
have some royal pains?
That's right.
Oh, many royal pains.
One of them is named Corvus.
No, Lunine's fine.
Okay.
Well, are you here?
Sure.
We're right behind you.
You said there's just what was in front of us?
So there's like another 60 feet of stairs. That you're about 30 feet up, and there's like 60 feet of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And then like about another 60 feet away, kind of on the edge of, it's not like there's a large beach in here. It's like there's a 3-foot wide ledge, so you can move single file without going in the water. And then there's a small like one room, it looks to be like a one room structure a bit of ways, kind of around the corner as the wall curves. that is built over that little like 3-foot stretch, but also extends out on like floating logs or something to like make like a wooden structure, like a little
Rafty thing.
like a little shack of sorts.
Yeah. Oh. Hello? And he's just gonna call out.
Great. So you call out hello, and immediately, or within a few moments, the door to this shack kind of swings open, and a tiefling male with long dark hair, deep red skin, kind of like very like typical like piratey kind of garb, like a rough white shirt with kind of a vest over him, and like some like short breeches, with a short sword in his hand and a hand crossbow leveled. Says, "Who are you? What do you want? How'd you find my home?"
I met a mutual friend out in the forest.
"I have no friends here. Don't lie to me."
It's a little fairy drake.
A what?
Little fairy dragon.
I know of no such thing.
Oh, well, they knew of you.
Did he have a name?
This is awkward. Well,
What causes you to seek out me, huh?
I found this sailor who had your name, or had someone described like you in his journal before he died, and it had a leaf in it that had like very opaly veins in it. And I just came looking to see how you came across this.
Make a persuasion check.
$22.
You see him kind of like straighten up. Ah,
Oh wow, natural 20.
natural 20, very nice. And he sheathes his short sword and like uncocks his hand crossbow and kind of like holsters it. Well, if it is trade you are looking for, then Barter is the one to trade with. Very well. You seek far off treasures, huh?
One could say.
Well, Barter is a man who can find such things, you know. Tell me. And he kind of like walks down the little aisle, kind of like closing the distance. What is it you are in the mood for? What vast treasures of the many realms of the multiverse seek you, huh? Tell me, huh?
Well, you see, in the journal that contained this leaf.
Yes, very expensive treasure that was, you know.
Yes. How did you find it?
I find many things. I do it, well, we are barter, yes, so let us barter. If I tell you the answer, what will you give me, huh?
Oh. Necessary. I have some gold.
Gold is a very good thing. And how much gold would you have?
Enough.
And how much is enough?
Would 25 be enough to start the conversation?
We shall begin our discussion, shall we? And he puts out his hand.
I'll hand him 25.
His eyes light up, and he says, "Very well," and kind of like puts it in a pouch and tucks it into his vest. Very well. Well, Monsieur of the, do you have a name? How should I address you? Lunin. Well, Monsieur Lunin, I happen to live in a very fanciful place here. In this lovely cenote of limestone, hidden away from all of the craziness that happens in Shorebank, I have made my home. And I have made a friend here. A friend who is not from this realm, you see, is from another reality. And my little friend, she is quite capable and comes and goes as she pleases, and sometimes she brings me fantastic things. This leaf, I remember it well. She brought me this leaf, and I knew it would be important. And it has brought you to me.
Wait. Who's your friend?
My friend, Liquistra. Liquistra, are you there? And he just calls it out over the water. And after a couple minutes, you see the ripples and the droplets begin to kind of swirl and fray. And soon this sort of like lithe feminine form of water appears, and not just like of water, like solid, but she is very tiny. She is about the size of a sprite. And
how's that in relation to a squirrel?
Get over it.
I actually don't know how big that is.
Yeah, so like she's about this tall, maybe. Like
Okay.
maybe a little, maybe about 18 inches tall. Nearest, you recognize this creature. You recognize it as a nereid.
Mm-hmm.
A nereid is like a dryad, but instead of trees, they dig water. Yeah. And she kind of like floats up to the shore. And she looks at the group here and she says, "Well, I say, I have never seen so many people visit Bata before. Bata, is everything all right, dear? But of course, this fine gentleman is interested in how we acquired that opaline leaf that you did so many months ago." "Oh, of course. Well, you see, it just came right through the portal. I snatched it right out of the water." Mm-hmm.
There's a portal down there?
Oh, yes, all the way at the bottom.
Where does it go?
Well, now that is an interesting thing. You see, I, of course, am... You seem like you know a bit about the Fey realm. Would I be wrong?
You are not wrong.
Ah, wonderful. Well, I originally come from there. I have long since made this lovely cenote my abode, you see. But I do so enjoy learning about different realities and different worlds and different peoples and whatnot. And my good friend Bada here, he tells me all sorts of stories of this crazy material realm I have found myself in. Now,
It is crazy.
it certainly is, you see. Now, the portal, I came through it once many, many years ago, and I thought, well, I just zip on home if ever there's an issue. And so I tried, but when I did, it was no longer at my home. So I zipped right back through right quick. Gave it a little while, tried it again, a new place. Never once has the portal yet returned, or at least not in any regular sense that I've been able to tell, to the same place on the other side. It seems to be as though it is fixed in this realm, but floating in the Fae.
Right. Wait, it just pops around the Fey realm?
That is correct. Two different places and bodies of water. It has never appeared on dry land or in a rock or any such thing. But various ponds or puddles, it has appeared to float betwixt across all the wide breadth of the Fey realm. And I have occasionally been able to find things nearby in those waters that I have brought back for barter in exchange for his friendship and his tales and stories.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
Well,
Is there something about this leaf that y'all think you might be wanting more of them? I can see if any others have fallen through. There is quite a treasure trove of stuff beneath. I haven't sifted through it all.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to if you find anything nice down there. But
But we have, of course, not negotiated for our Cenote access, you see, my friend. We have begun conversation, absolutely. And as the resident of this cenote, I must insist that right of first refusal to all items that my dear, dear friend Liquistra brings forth from the depths go to me.
okay. I'll turn to Laquistra. And do you know if anything like weaponry down there possibly?
Well,
I'll say that
I-
to Sylvan, see if she understands.
she does. She responds, but she responds in common, actually.
Okay.
Well, I have never found a weapon. Certainly, there was one dagger once, but never anything that like it. Most of the stuff that falls through this portal are small. You understand? The portal is not very large. I'm sorry if I did not make that clear. It's
Gotcha.
large enough for me to get through, and perhaps if one of y'all decided to dive deep, deep down, you might be able to get a hand through. But that's about it, I'm afraid. Maybe up to the elbow or so. Except for maybe these little friends of yours. These little halfling folk. Perhaps y'all might be able to reach all the way up to the shoulder.
May I look at the
I'll
portal?
shove a halfling through.
Well,
Take Andra.
if you would like to swim, how long can you hold your breath?
I would love to. Assuming it's okay with our host if I take a dive. I gesture towards, I forget his name, the other dude.
Barter. Well, as long as you do not come up with any stolen treasure, I don't think it's a problem. If Luquistra is comfortable with it.
A link between our home and the Fey realm is a rare thing indeed, and I jump. I don't know what's the axis here. I'll straight up jump into it if that's
Yeah,
what it is.
like it's like a sheer cliff drop off. So like,
Yeah.
you know, like you're like 6 inches above. You're like maybe 6 inches a foot above the water, just on this little ledge.
Sure.
So you can
Mid
full
jump,
dive.
wild shape into a shark, and dive.
You dive.
Pretty badass.
You see Liquistra goes, well, I do say that is quite a trick. And she goes under. And she retains her shape. You can tell that as you're swimming down, she could easily like disappear in this water. But she is actively choosing to be visible to kind of guide you down. And
I
so,
follow her.
yeah, she
The
leads you
friendly
down.
thing.
Yeah.
Eleanor is just hugely curious about this link between the material and Fey Realm.
Yeah, and so you dive down 100, 120 feet or so. Like, it's deep, and it is dark down here. You can't really see. Well, does the shark form have dark vision?
I'm looking right now. I have no clue.
It's blood vision. Smells my blood.
And what is your swim speed as Sharky Shark?
A reef shark has blind sight.
Oh, great.
30 feet of blind sight. I can see without relying on physical sight at all.
Wonderful.
Swim speed is 40 feet.
Great. So yeah, so you can tell that she's like moving. So like you can sense in the water around you that she's like, she could swim faster, but she's letting you follow her. She's guiding you down. And she begins to go, and slowly in the dark, a light begins to appear very deep down, and it's like a kind of a purpley blue light. As she swims down deeper, deeper, and gets to the bottom amongst all these like limestone rocks and deposits, and like there's like various debris out here. And in this dim kind of purpley blue light, you see she kind of swims and floats and kind of turns around, so she's like looking up at you, and she kind of like gestures to this little portal. The portal is about 5 inches around. Like, and it is small. Like, it looks like she can wriggle her way through, but like, there's no way you could fit through in even your current form.
He wouldn't try anyway.
Yeah.
He's too afraid.
But she like kind of like sticks her head in, and like, kind of like reaches around and then kind of pulls back the upper half of her body, and comes back with a little blade of grass. It's like chartreuse colored in this light down here. This kind of like blue purpley light. And it looks like it's like a chartreuse, and she kind of like points at it and kind of like waves it around and like holds it out to your jaws.
I'll take it. Chop.
Yeah.
Not eating it, but just hold.
Yeah, you've got a grip on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So just, I guess a quick just, is this the bottom of the cave, or does it keep going down, or?
No, this is like on the bottom. Like, it's on the bottom. The
Is
portal.
there stuff on the bottom?
Looking around, there's like debris. It looks like, rocks and like just the normal gunk that's on the bottom of like lakes and shit.
Sure.
Yeah.
No sword in the stone magic weapon.
No magic sword in the stone weapon. No.
Sorry, Lunin. I'll tell you later.
It's all good.
Yeah, so after just a second of checking it out, I will just make my way back up, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, and she'll lead you back up.
This isn't, I can roll an Arcana check if you want, but this isn't like a magic portal or anything that I've heard of before, I imagine.
No, this is an unknown occurrence to you.
Yeah, totally fascinating. As we would say in the real world, it's just magic.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, up to the top, and once I'm at the surface, I unwild shape, take the grass out of my mouth and hand it to Lunin. It has plenty of shark slobber on it. Curious if you would take it or not.
He looks at it and just goes, "That's grass. Do I know where that grass is from? Like, is it like a regional thing, or like color-wise, or?"
So it is a species of grass that you are familiar with. It's sorrow grass, which kind of grows like all over the Fey realm, as far as you know. It's kind of like crabgrass. If you spend like too much time walking through it, you start to feel sad or focus on sad moments in your life. And some unwary travelers have spent lifetimes crying in thick expanses of sorrow grass.
I would throw that away.
You would also know that like a blade of it isn't really that dangerous, but like it has to be one alive and like growing. Like it's like clumps of it that can be difficult. Like a field of it is very dangerous, but like a little patch, not so much.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. Think of it like if it was just a single patch of sorrow grass, it would be like an intrusive, sad thought as you walked by. But if you walk through a field of it, like every like loss that you've suffered in the past 5 years will cram into your brain at once.
I hold this out for just a moment and say, there's a very small portal down there, no bigger than this. And it is deep, but it is incredible. Thank you for showing me Laquistra.
Well, it was my absolute pleasure. Poor Bada can't hold his breath that long to get down that way, so, you know, he has never been able to partake of the joys and the mystery. Not that he would fit through the portal, of course. Well, my friends, that is, I think, a good 25 gold bit of experience, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I'm done. How about you guys?
That was
We're
it.
done when you're
Gonna
done.
you're gonna take the leaf, right?
I assume he's letting us. Are we walking away with the leaf?
So he's
The blade of grass.
he picked up the blade of grass from from whoever was holding it. He like reached out and like plucked it, and is kind of just twirling it. And of course, finder's fee.
Barter, if I may, do you know anything about the mage that lives in the Green Pyramid?
I don't know much. He's a crazy mage. They are crazy. He's a tortu. I know that.
Okay. Well, we seem to know the same amount of information then.
I'm told he likes art. They always talk about his impressive sculpture garden, but my kind of art is much more different. Let's say, huh?
I hear he has eclectic tastes, yeah. Well, curious, actually, if I may. This dagger you say came through. Is it for sale?
Oh, it was, of course, for sale, but it is long gone.
I see. Well, that's a shame. If you ever get another, I'll reach out.
Are you staying on the island?
We'll be around for a couple of days.
Very well. I don't go into town very much, so who knows to say what you may not find there?
Well, we'll leave you at peace. Sorry for the intrusion.
Would you like this fascinating specimen of grass belonging to the Fey realm?
Oh no, I'm okay. I'm trying to quit.
To quit?
Well, if nobody wants it, I will simply add it to the pile of the next poker game. Huh?
Yeah,
I'm sure that will pique someone's interest.
It always does. And he tucks it into a little thing. Now, of course, there is one more thing I must insist upon. I'm afraid I must insist that you not reveal how you found my door, or where my exact location is. Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. Never
I
seen you.
honestly didn't notice. I just kind of followed them.
Well then. Très bien, yeah?
I guess
Yes,
so.
very, very good. Well, to the pyramid then?
Oh, you go to the pyramid, huh? Well, good luck with that, my friends.
Next time I see you, I'll trade you for information on the wizard for a dagger. How's that sound?
Haha, you are a one-track mind. I like that.
And yeah, I'm gonna look at Lunine at this point. He's leading the way.
Well, I mean, Ludine's little sidetrack is done. So, now it's off to the ship. Or barrel.
Lunine, just remind me real quick. Did you grasp a hold of the sorrow grass at all?
He probably would have barely touched it. Because it was covered in slobber.
Cool. When you touched it, you felt something that you hadn't realized was missing. You felt a quick connection.
Mm-hmm.
Something that, like, you grew up with your entire life that you've been so used to, and you didn't realize how much it had missed. It had faded slowly over time here, but it's been revitalized after touching the sorrow grass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
That's
does, do things feel different around me in general, or was it just from that one piece?
The sorrow grass, like, kickstarted it, and it feels, yeah, something's there now. Like, you're more aware of things.
You're one step closer to being an emotional bodyguard.
Well, off to the pyramid.
We're right behind you.
All right. Yeah, so you head back up the stairs. Barter kind of follows off after you and, like, closes the door behind you, and you hear a little latch. And you are free to wander or attempt to make your way back.
So, you didn't know your little dragon friend, huh?
I guess not.
I wonder
Maybe
where
it
that little
was
guy.
just the other Lacristra that they knew.
They from similar parts of the world, so to speak.
Yes. One
Makes
could
sense.
say.
Well, how do you feel? Is that what you were hoping to find?
No, but in a way, yes. It lets me know a way possibly exists.
So the trail's not completely cold then.
Not completely cold, but there's things to think about.
Well, just so I have things to think about. If I come across any strange pieces of foliage, should I let you know? What are we looking for exactly moving forward?
I don't need foliage specifically, it's just something that led to my home that doesn't grow here, that you wouldn't have here for any particular reason other than a link to my home.
Well, I can promise you this. If I find something that doesn't look like it belongs in this plane, you'll likely be the first to know.
Sometimes they're closer than you think.
It is a bit fascinating, but maybe a bit too over my head, if I'm being honest. I try not to think too much about it.
Yes. It might hurt your brain. You are
It doesn't
quite
take much.
normal. One could say average. Is that your goal?
That pretty much sums it up. Yeah. Almost said extra average. But
Don't think that's how that works.
Like, think of the most
extraordinarily average.
average person you can think of, but like more.
And sad.
It's Alright.
Right.
Well, we're behind you. I don't know if we remember our bearings to the pyramid from here, and I guess unless we see it over the treetops, yeah, we'll have to think about how to navigate this jungle, won't we?
I'm sure someone could turn into a bird and just fly up there.
Yeah. The flying thing that the little fairy dragon mentioned is, he does have a point.
You didn't. Oh, that's what he said.
I know. I was.
We do don't we have someone who has a flying
wait.
companion?
No, I was looking at Cenote. Like, if Cenote can turn into a shark, surely he can turn into a bird.
Not yet. Perhaps someday.
Are you kidding me? Isn't a shark more complicated than a bird?
Not when you grew up around sharks your whole life.
You did
Fair
not
enough.
grow up along sharks.
I just nod
Did you come
slowly.
from a Verdacious Glen?
They don't have birds where you're from?
Grew up on the river.
They don't have birds in the river?
No, Corvus. There are not birds in the river.
That must be sad. I really like birds.
Water birds.
You only like one type of bird.
That's not true.
Um,
There are lots of birds
Name
that are
another
black.
kind of bird you like.
I can see as an owl, but only if he doesn't fly too far away.
Owls are fun. Yes, I like owls.
I mean, that's something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a crow, if that's what you mean. You were talking to him, weren't you?
I don't get the reference.
I was talking to... Never mind. Can you be an owl? That would be helpful.
I admit I was super not paying attention. Do I need to call my dude and go do some scouting in the air situation?
I mean, if you could point us in the direction of the pyramid, I think that would be our next stop.
Oh, we're just trying to see over the canopy to see which way the pyramid is.
Correct.
Oh yeah. Super
As we don't have maps or guides that are fairy dragons.
Yeah, so Selenar calls down Mr. Spot, or whatever his name was.
Mr. Whiskers.
See,
Mr. Whiskers the owl.
You know my familiar's name. I didn't even write it down.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, no, it's important. So Mr. Whiskers comes down, and
And are you casting the spell, or are you expending a wild shape?
It's a
I
good question.
expend a wild shape. I don't.
Okay. It just affects how long it exists for. That's all.
Does that look differently, like for us watching? Or is it just an owl
So
appears?
for you watching, how I like to RP it is I hold my hand up in such a way and make some gesture, and an owl just flies down from the canopy and lands on my arm. And then I'll sit on the ground and lean against a tree, and then Selenar's body would go kind of limp as the owl flies away.
Corvus mutters, that's a funny looking shark.
And so Mr. Whiskers flies above the canopy and can easily see towards the east this massive green pyramid far off in the distance, rising above the canopy. You are able to get a direction on that.
Is there any huge giant cliff in the way or big river between us and it, or does it look mostly...
It looks mostly jungle.
Okay.
At least from this distance, this far away. It looks like it's many days of travel.
So it's far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it took you about 2 days to get here.
Yeah, Mr. Whiskers flies back down. Sonara comes to, the owl flies off into nothingness, and I say it's to the east, slightly south, but it is a few days away. We should get started.
Alright, lead the way.
As you begin heading that way, Selenar, go ahead and make a survival check. You can have advantage on this because you got a sense of the direction you're going.
That's great.
Great. 19. You are easily able to lead in the direction that you saw the temple. And you navigate your way through brush and tree and kind of even amongst the like pitter-pattering of this rain, this like tink, 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 tink on the broad canopy above and the slick ground. None of you suffer any sort of impediment or difficulty or accident as you finish off this day of travel. You don't get too far because you did spend most of the day getting here. But it begins to grow darker a little bit earlier than normal because of the cloud cover. And you're able to find a place to camp. Someone go ahead and roll me a d20 if you'd be so kind.
I can do it.
Great.
D20.
Great.
19.
Very cool. Wonderful. So you settle down for the evening. You begin your evening stuff. Is it the same watch thing, Lunine or Corvus, Lunine, Selenar? Is that going to be your plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Unless someone feels the urge to take a watch.
No.
You have songs to write.
Eventually. I'm being helpful. Dot,
Right.
dot, dot.
Sure.
How long have we been? It's been 2 days since we've been to town. Is that true?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you set about the camp. Does anybody want to do anything for the evening as you settle in?
I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Just
I'll
the
go over-
usual-
Yeah.
I suggest
same.
the
I'll
usual.
I'll have a usual too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go over to the bard. See what you doing, Renata Soul Angel, the first.
During our little encampment here.
During our pre-sleep
Pre-sleep.
activities.
What am I doing? You know what? You'll probably catch me. Just lying down on my back, staring up into the canopy of the trees. And you see me with just with my head kind of bobbing up and down, just hear me slightly humming something. Maybe you will see my mouth move like I'm talking to myself.
Corvus will peer over him and go, "How's the song going? Are you looking for inspiration?"
Are we talking about your song? Or
I don't know. How
my
many
new
songs are you
epic
writing?
song?
There's a new
I
epic
got.
song?
I think I have like 10 different projects in my head going right now. I pick one
Well.
up, I put it back down, pick up another one. put it back down. Just work
No.
on each little by little.
You don't write many songs, do you?
No, it's
I
all
get
in
it.
my
I
head,
get it.
man.
I
It's
get
all in my head.
distracted. I understand. Sorry, that was not meant to be an affront. What's this new epic song that you're working on then?
Oh, I'm thinking big, huge, mega. A song of adventure. Not even sure how long it will be, but it will be as long as it has to be to capture the hero's journey.
So nothing in particular sparked your enthusiasm for this. You just chronicling our journey thus far.
Yeah, I mean, drawing a little bit from our experiences so far, from my experience. Don't worry, you. I'm gonna set you up for a most epic, beautiful death.
Oh shit.
Corvus actually laughs. An epic, beautiful death, recorded in song. Wow, I didn't know that was on
You'll-
my bucket list, but it might be at the top now. Thank you.
I knew you'd like that.
So
How are
is
you
it
doing?
my?
Corvus?
How am I doing? No, I'm
Yeah,
just along
man,
for the
let's-
ride.
Talk about your feelings.
Do you need? Is this so you can write my song, or are you gonna get distracted again?
To get a better sense of who you are.
Well,
I once asked you, how about this? I once asked you if someone ever broke your heart, and you said one person did.
this is true.
Want to give me a little more details about that?
Not particularly.
Was it your dad?
Close.
You look like a guy with daddy issues. But if it's not your dad, then perhaps it's your mom.
I don't know what a guy with daddy issues looks like, to be honest, but yeah, you hit the nail on the head.
Your mom, really?
Really.
I mean, I don't want to assume anything, so
I wouldn't.
just tell me something. Tell me something about your mom. Did she sing you songs?
She sang some songs, I'm sure. I don't know.
Did she tell you that you were meant for bigger, better things?
Not in that way exactly. She certainly helped me get through some things in my formative years, but yeah, don't really know what to say about that other than for a while she was a very good mother.
And then what happened?
She left.
Which part do you think about more? Her leaving or her being a good mother?
Corvus is going to take a big beat on that one. That's a hell of a question. That is a hell of a question. I should have known better than to engage Mike.
Mike the Bard.
Again, welcome
Hashtag
to the Renata
psychiatrist.
show. Loving this
We've
episode.
reached episode 20.
Tune in next week.
The
where Renata
Renata show.
analyzes Salinar's child.
Bring it
Wow.
on.
You know, until I spoke about it tonight, I thought mostly of the leaving. Almost entirely. And I'll be damned if you got me to speak about my feelings, Renata. Damn you. But it did make me think
Renata
about the
chuckles
times
at that.
before. It made me remember that she was a good mother.
Renata chuckles at that and says, "Funny. Usually, it takes a song of mine for people to unleash something in their feelings. Not often it happens through conversation."
Why do you say that? You don't feel as confident when you speak, when you're not singing? You feel more charming through song? Don't tell me that guitar is magical.
Nah, it's just a guitar. No, I would say I think between you and me, my words by themselves mean nothing. And short, small chit chat or long conversations means nothing. But in song, I think it's, I don't know, something more.
I suppose there is something immoral about songs. I'll tell you this, though, between you and me. You talk a lot. And, yeah, probably a lot of it means nothing. But I won't forget what you said tonight. That's not a threat. I'm just telling you it's memorable.
No, I would never in a million years conceive that as a threat. You've been through too much already. Or certainly feels like that.
Sometimes it does feel like that. But I'm happy to be along for the ride, so I'll fall in line behind the marquee until we get off this strange island. With any luck, I won't find any more of those insects.
What, the mosquitoes?
I don't think those were mosquitoes.
Yeah, I kind of slept through everything, so. Oh, no, wait, I did recall seeing those things on the floor, on the ground. I think Andra said that it bit you in the ass twice.
It was the shoulder. Both shoulders, yes.
Yeah, okay.
It did do a number on me,
First
though.
story was much better.
Well,
Did
no
an
rush in my
emotional
song, of
number as
course,
well.
but don't get too distracted. Good
Don't
night,
worry.
Renata.
Hey, I'm still holding on to that G note for you, okay?
It is my favorite. And Corvus will turn to go to the tent, I guess.
Cool. So everybody else goes to bed. And Corvus, your first watch?
I'll try again.
Question mark?
Yeah,
Doesn't
I'll try again.
doesn't have to be. I just want to know who's doing it.
Yeah. We'll do the same.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
I guess I'm not going to the tent.
You can walk over to a tent and we're not at a different tent.
Oh, look at that.
Very
I didn't say oh no
nice.
this time.
Very nice. So on a 23, within the 30 feet of bright light that you have here from the campfire, you see like there's a little bush over to one side, and you look at it, and it looks like there's something under it.
Okay, under
Like-
the bush.
Yeah, like just sticking out. Like it's something that it almost looks like a vine or a root, but it
Mhm.
looks too regular for that.
Oh God, we've already been warned about sentient plants out here, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
How long is the short sword? It's not very long. What's the longest thing I have?
It's
I
like
still have one of those. It's like, did I keep one of those javelins thrown at me? No, I did not. I wouldn't have in character. Could I tell you what? I have a ranged weapon. I'm gonna take out my hand crossbow and fire a bolt at this thing. See what that does. Should I fire to hit?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a shot.
Does a 15 hit a stationary object?
Yep. You hit it. And you see it impacts it, and it thunk. There's now a dart sticking in the thing. Or not a dart, but a bolt.
I'm gonna give it a minute, but then I want that bolt back because I'm running low, and I didn't stock up in town. So I'm gonna go pull the bolt back and hope that the plant doesn't eat me.
Yeah. Are you going to get the bolt?
Yes. I just said
Okay.
I'm gonna go get the.
I just want to make sure.
Okay.
You go to get the bolt because it's a little dim over where it is. You know, like you saw it, it's on the edge of the light.
I waited a little bit after I shot it, and
Okay.
then I would go get the bolt if nothing moved.
Yeah, nothing happened. And you go, and you pull it out, and what pulls out with you, with the bolt actually that it's like stuck into, is rope. But what is interesting about the rope is like it's been under brush and dirt, and like it should be dirty and grimy, but you pull it out, and like it's a whole coil of rope, like 50 feet of like nice thick hempen rope, but no dirt is on it. Like it is immaculately clean.
And it's like already coiled.
Yeah. Like
What
it's like the coil was like thrown under the bush and then got covered by like leaves and debris and like fronds and whatever, and just had a little bit sticking out. And you've pulled the coil out.
Canon-wise, I've decided Corvus is very curious, even though his intelligence is very low. So I'm gonna keep the coil, but I'm gonna like look around for any other signs of, I don't know, anything. So you're like,
Okay, make a perception check. This one's at disadvantage because you're in dim light now.
fair enough. Oh well, I guess I should roll again, shouldn't I? But
Yep. Double nat 20s. That's amazing. That
he
is
sees too much in his mind. And
amazing. You are entranced by this rope, and you look around to see what else you might find. And as you look around into the dark, you kind of glance, and that's when you see it. A pair of bright green eyes reflect in the firelight and dart towards you, and you are able to dodge out of the way as a massive feline form rakes claws where you were standing just a moment ago. And you hear a rawr, a growling during the leap as the form skitters off into the darkness. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged.
Corvus is like, I'm never taking first watch again.
Hey, you just successfully avoided being attacked by a panther that was stalking you in the dark. So
Selenar, is that you?
don't hate on your double nat 20s that probably just literally saved your fucking ass.
Yeah, it's probably
because it would have had advantage on the attack.
Oh, jeez.
So well done.
Come on, guys. It's just a panther.
It's just a kitty cat.
It's just a cat. But well done, everybody. Well done. Good job. Well played. Got quite a bit of RP and some combat in tonight. So good job.
You're so cute. All of you. Buttons. I don't want to say anything. You're too cute. Exactly. Like,
I
oh.
came in thinking I was just gonna be like idle chit chat, trying to start the, you know. He hit me with a couple
Nah,
of like.
man, you sent me to my
Yeah.
office, bitch.
Give me. I did. You were like, give me some answers.
Mike's got
Said-
you.
I can see your heart.
Cypress is thin.
So funny.
Wonderful.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, well done, everyone. Thanks, Tanner, for like joining us even in the midst of a blackout.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
How you doing?
Hopefully, it should be back soon. I think ridiculous.
I'm sure. I hope you all had fun this evening. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Taco San Mashu and Ives Gata, for being active in chat. Thank you, Proficiency Bonus, for giving us a follow. Just a reminder, we will not be back next week. We will be gone. We will be offline the next 3 weeks due to my travels. But we will be back March 18th for episode 27 and picking up at this Panther encounter that Corvus was lucky enough to not get hurt at the initial assault. So good job, Corvus. So we'll be back. We're going to go around. We're going to say our goodbyes. Plug anything anybody wants to plug or promote or whatever. And I'll figure out who we're going to raid. So let's start at the bottom of the rungs with Selenar.
Hello, I am Jeff. I played Selenar tonight and will do so again when Jared is back from eating all of the dumplings and noodles that he can.
Sashimi.
The 50 pounds I've lost in the last year are coming right back over the next 3 weeks.
Oh no.
All noodles.
Just
All
lean fish.
Sashimi.
All deficiencies.
And nudes.
Give me the butter.
Nudes?
All the nudes. All the nudes and keiki and ramen. I'm going to go to all the places. It's going to be great. Anyway, thank you so much, Jeff. Next up, we got Renata.
Well, looks like that time is up. So thank you for joining us. And let's make an appointment again in about 3 to 4 weeks back in my office for another heart-to-heart sesh.
I'm gonna take like a full week off before I talk to Renata again.
Dr. Renata over here.
Time for
3
someone
weeks to be
else.
exact.
Wait. We're gonna do Andra next. I'm gonna break her care. She's
Yeah.
a hard
Get
shell
into
right
that.
now.
Get
Gotta-
into that necromantic fixation. What is that?
Yeah.
Bring her a rat. I'm sure that'll open up some doors.
Truth.
Fair enough.
Ugh.
Well, thank you so much. Next up, we've got Ozo.
I'm still Ozo, the one who watches. And also, I'm Amber. Thanks for watching. And lurking. Lurking is appropriate. Good luck, have fun. Don't forget about us. Don't you forget about me. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Then we've got Lunine.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, by the time we come back, I have power.
I hope so.
Same. Because imagine 3 weeks. That'd be great.
That would be terrifying.
It's all good.
Wonderful.
Weather's weather. Anyway, it's been fun. We'll see you when we're back.
Yeah, thank you. And Corvus.
Hey, I've been Corvus, played by Matt, and wow, was not expecting that tonight. But I had to commit because Mike brought it. So there's no Andra tonight, so I guess I'll do the usual spiel, or there's no Sarah tonight, of please find us on all the social medias that we still support, which are some that no one's ever heard of and no one's on, so it doesn't really matter. And get off all the other ones because they're terrible.
Blue Sky is popping, and YouTube's still a thing.
Sure. YouTube's owned by
million
Google.
people on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I've never heard of it because I'm old.
I
But
have never had a
you-
Twitter in my life, but I
Neither
do
have I.
Blue Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe I should get on it. So this has inspired me to turn my life around. And
It's quite curatable. You can curate your interest very easily.
can I make a sparkly background with a song that plays when someone visits my page?
It's not MySpace.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
Bring back MySpace.
Exactly.
For reals.
So
Well,
good.
actually don't, because I think Meta bought it many years ago.
Oh, well, they
Fuck.
own everything. And Google owns YouTube. Sorry to break it to you.
Yeah.
But anyway, have a good night, everyone. See you in a month.
I didn't say it was good. I said it was still around.
Yeah, I do like it, though.
Yes. So, indeed, thank you all for joining us this evening. Thank you. I've got a Taco Sanmashu proficiency bonus. We're gonna raid. Cami Jace Gaming. They're doing some D&D. It's we're gonna say hi to them. So hop in this raid. Let them know they've been newly raided. And we'll see you in 3 weeks. Thank you all so much for being here. Be kind, be safe. It's getting very scary out there. So educate yourselves about the reality of the situations you are in. I've never been more afraid to go on a flight in my life. So, hey, awesome. But we will see you in on the 18th of March 18th. We will see you then. Yes. Unless I decide to stay in Japan forever, which is possible.
I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah. But thank you all so much for being here. It's much appreciated, your attendance, and we will see you next time. So until then, hop in this raid, let them know they've been newly raided, and goodbye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.